This is a, a square of black walnut, 9 inches long, just over 1¼ inch square, maybe 1 5/16". Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just rough that down around first. I'll get, from that piece I should get about 6 acorn bodies. So I will proceed to rough it down to round. I'm turning at 3000 RPM. It's pretty small diameter stuff here. Okay, so I'm looking for a cylinder in the neighborhood of 1¼ inch in diameter. And that looks pretty close. It's a little bigger out here at the end actually, but I will be smoothing that down more. Anyway, the first section here is about what I want it to be. I had to make a whole bunch of these a couple of years ago, and I got so sick of them that I don't know if I've made any since. I think I made about 3 dozen of them, and I made up this little gauge. It says Acorns, just to make it a little easier. So I've got a pencil line which represents the top of the ornament body, or the acorn body. I've got these 2 screws that their points are just barely sticking through, so I just use them to scratch lines. So I've got 2 lines scribed on there now. What those lines are for is they're the center lines for the perch hole and the birdhouse entry hole. So now I just rotate this. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I usually put the holes on the face grain of the blank. I don't know, I've got the cathedral arch pattern showing here, so that indicates that this is the face grain. So I want the center line of those holes. So I just rotate that down to the tool rest and use the tool rest as a straight edge to mark a line there. And then the small hole I will be drilling with a 1/16 inch twist drill. So I want just a little starter so that the bit doesn't wander all over on me when I'm trying to get it started. larger hole is a 1/4 inch brad point bit, so it doesn't need a starting dimple. I'm going to be hollowing these out to about a wall thickness of probably just over 1/8 of an inch or so. So as long as I'm more than 1/8 of an inch deep, it will go all the way through to the inside. So now I'm ready to do my shaping. Going with a shorter tool rest here. Now that I've got it down to round, I don't need the long one anymore. And I'm going to be doing most of the work with a skew chisel, so I want my rest fairly high. And since I'm this far out from the chuck, I'll use the tailstock for support for the first 2 or 3 anyway. Once I get down closer to the chuck, I won't need to use the tailstock for support. So I don't know, it's my idea of a Acorn is it's smaller at the top, comes out it's not straight-sided. I think the top should be smaller diameter than the middle line, or the lower area. One thing on these, that hole there is for the perch to be glued into. The perch has got a tenon on it that'll fit that hole, and a shoulder around the tenon. If I round the surface, if that surface where that hole is sloping down, then when I put the tenon in there and seat the shoulder, it's going to want the perch to tilt some way or other. So I aim to make the hole where the spot where that perch is going, to be the maximum diameter of the nut body, and just go down both ways from that point, and try and leave that basically straight-sided right at that point where that hole is, so that when I put the perch in there, it will stick straight out and not be tipping up or tipping down. I want that rest a little higher than that, I think. That should be good. Now, where the acorn cap that will be glued on the top, I like to make a little tenon that will fit inside the cap. Doesn't have to be very long. Right, so now I'm ready to hollow it out.